So Lexus, let's start with a few words about you, what you do, where you are, just a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Lexus and I am in the United States. So I'm actually like right in the middle of the United States. And I am a Facebook ad marketer. I've been running Facebook ads for almost 5 years. It's probably about 5 years now. And my life has completely changed in the realm of Facebook ads and TIR.
Love it so much. And we're going to get into that. So Lexus, tell us like a little bit about where you were at when we met and what actually inspired you to join us.
Yeah. So when we first started working together, I was running your Facebook ads.
Yes.
And it was really funny because when I was writing the copy and I was like, this is hitting a little too close to home. And it was around November, which is like when everybody starts getting sick, cold and flu season. I just recognized that I kept getting sick and I was so tired of it. And I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't having my workouts, my favorite thing. It wasn't a part of my routine. I was doing everything by myself. I didn't have a coach. I didn't have anybody to guide me through it. And I also kept hitting this wall. Like no matter what I did, I couldn't get past like $9,500 a month in my business. And so I just didn't know what I was going to do. And I had this inner calling, this inkling in my stomach that said, I need to join the program. I need to work with Eva. There's something about this that I need to do. And so I followed that impulse and I'm glad that I did.
Oh, I love that. Yes. Yeah, you are actually my client avatar, aren't you?
I am.
Who would have known? And you recognize yourself by writing a copy.
Yeah, exactly.
And you are a big Bob Proctor's fan, aren't you?
Oh gosh, yes, Bob. That was like the biggest thing too. When you told me that in this program you were learning directly from Bob, it was a done deal for me because that was something that I wanted to do, was work with Bob Proctor. And unfortunately I didn't have that chance before he passed, but I still get to see him every day, even in the TIR program. And that makes my heart explode.
So great. So Lexus, what are some of your biggest wins? I mean, there is a lot, I'm pretty sure. Tell us what are the changes? What are the biggest wins so far?
Yeah. So I hired my first full-time employee basically shortly after I signed on with TIR, and I've scaled my business to $30,000 a month. So we're now being consistent $30,000 a month. My clients are happy. And I've even attracted some like really well-known individuals. John Tallarico for one, Patty Stanger, she's the millionaire matchmaker. She has her own TV show here in the States. So, and not only that, but I've also attracted some wonderful high vibe female and male entrepreneurs in my circle that it's wonderful. But my biggest two wins, I would say, for me personally, were that I now make self-care and my routine of working out in my routine every day, right? Like that's my number one priority is making sure that I'm okay. And the other thing is I had this really fun win where in February of this year, it was like 2 weeks before, but we were planning. I was like, I just want the sunshine. That's all that I want. I just want the sun. And it was this wonderful, impactful moment in my life where I was able to just write a $2,000 check for my family and I to go on a cruise, Never, ever, ever. If you had told me that 5 years ago that I'd be able to do that, or even, 8 months ago that I'd be able to do that, I wouldn't believe you, and that's the freedom that I was looking for, the freedom of travel. And that's probably the biggest win.
The freedom to travel, the freedom to gift, right?
Yes.
Yourself, the freedom to take care of yourself instead of sacrificing your health for running your business. This is amazing. So not only you have more time for yourself and more self-care, but you tripled your income. Holy cow.
Yes.
Congratulations. Love it.
Thank you.
And what do you think is the biggest transformation within you? How are you different? How is the next the current version of you, how is it different to the Lexus who was earning 10,000 per month?
Well, I'm a more expanded version of myself, I would say. I understand how things work a little bit better, how my mind works. But I also understand how money works now, right? Yeah. I understand that when I give money, I also receive an abundance of money. Mm-hmm. And that is something that I'll take with me for the rest of my life. No matter where I go, I will always know that money is always coming to me, to and through me, and I'm an abundant being. And that's the biggest difference between Lexus from 8 months ago.
I love it. So Lexus, when you were making a decision, was it a quick decision, or was there anything pulling you away from it? And if it was, how did you deal with it powerfully so that you are still here?
Yeah. I've had those moments before where you have those like inkling, like, oh, geez, I don't know if this is something that I want to do. You know, you have the fear and the dread. And at that point of my development, I knew that this was just a part of my growth and my development. And fear is always going to be a part of it. No matter what you do, where you go, if you stay in a 9-to-5 or not, you're always going to be scared. And so you might as well be scared doing something that you love, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so I knew that. And I also knew that investing in this program would make me more money, right? And that's exactly what happened. It was like almost within 2 months, you know, I'd reached 15,000 within 2 months. So like, and that's per month income too. So yeah. There's a lot of changes that have occurred, and it's wonderful.
I love this. So Lexus, we have a bunch of participants in our workshop watching us and wondering, should they invest? And we know how this works. On one hand, you feel that this can help you hit your goals. On the other, there is obviously our mind and circumstances that are pulling us out. What would you suggest to do? How to make the right decision that we will be proud of 6 months from now?
Yeah. So something I would think about is, where do you want to be 6 months, a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now? Start thinking about where you want to be. And also think about the other side of the coin is, if you don't invest in this program, where are you going to be? And how are you going to feel? And are you going to be happy? And are you going to be satisfied? And the other side is, if you invest and you create this wonderful $100,000 a year business, and you're traveling the world, and you've got your family and everybody's well taken care of, you're going to be so much more proud. And that's going to feel so much better. And you're going to feel like you're living your purpose. And for me, my biggest factor, so I'm also a mom, right? And my kiddo is 5.5. And I want my son to look at me and say that I followed my dreams, right? And so he's going to look at me and say, well, I chose decisions that might have been scary at the time, but he still talks to me about the trip that we went on the cruise, right? He always talks to me about the boat, and he wants to go back on the boat. And now he wants to go to Egypt, you know, like, I want to be able to provide that for him. And no matter who you are or your circumstances, you have the ability to change and create the life that you're looking for. It's really, truly viable. And with Eva, I mean, the sky's the limit.
Well, listen, I don't think I have anything to add. Well, look, guys, I mean, Lexus is just like you and me. Like, there is no difference between us. The only difference is she just jumped on board and learned the tools. I jumped on board and learned the tools. Anything that you can imagine yourself with, and for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones, it's possible for you. And it's right here, like right here. Within 2 months, you went up 50%, right? Within 6 to 8 months, you went to triple. This is normal, guys. If you follow instructions, this is normal. And I know money is just a tool, but just think about what it's going to do for you, what it's going to do for yourself, for your loved ones, being able to gift that trip just like that, being able to inspire your children, being able, you know, where I was growing up, parents would hoard money in order to buy an apartment or a house or a land for a child. I deeply believe that this is the best legacy you can leave them. When you learn how to make money and you teach that to your children, then they will earn millions if they want to. And this is the best legacy you can leave them. If you don't do it for yourself, do it for them. But do it, because if you're watching this, then you probably know that this is for you. and you just haven't clicked the button. So the button is in the description of the video. Join us. And after you do the work, you're going to be like Lexus, sharing your story. Thank you so much, Lexus. And thank you everybody for watching. Let me just stop the video.